Hello everybody, welcome to episode 16 of our Rustic Waters Let's Play. So I think what we're going to be doing today is a lot of auto crafting, and hopefully by the end of the day we'll actually have auto crafting for every component that we need to expand our system, and we can take a break and do some other stuff. But I think we're going to get that set up. So what I'm going to do is, off camera, I'm going to make some ME interfaces, and we'll make a cube of these molecular crafters here in ME interfaces. I'm not sure where we'll put it. I think we'll put it inside. Maybe we'll put it above this room or something. But yeah, and then we'll just start feeding it recipes, and we'll start figuring out where we need to go from there. Okay, I'm back. I've let a wire up here. This is on its entirely own route. So what I'm actually interested about here is, did each of these take up their own channel, or how does this work? I haven't done this super recently. So this, I think, forms a multi-block. And I think, oh, what's this? Reach 8 channels using devices on a network. Nice, nice. So let's head back down here and check our smart cable. There were 3 channels here before. Now there are 7 channels. So it went up by 4, which means it's only counting the ME interfaces. And also it does mean the ME interfaces are attached and working. So I'm going to start making up some recipes, and we're going to try and figure this out. One thing I'm a little unsure of is NBT data on the hammers and stuff. If, like, once they take 1 damage, they'll stop working. So I'm gonna put together some patterns, test them out, and then I'll show off what I've come up with. So we're gonna work first thing on, like, the annihilation, destruction cores, wires, things like that. So I'm gonna get to that now. Okay, we're back, and I've made 2 patterns here. One is how to make copper wires, the other is how to make copper plates, and this will be a good test run of the kind of things we're worried about here. So we're going to put these in here. I don't see anything here. When making the patterns, I allowed item substitution. Now, I'm not teaching it how to make the wire cutters or anything like that, or the hammer, because I don't want it making an infinite amount of them, you know, like a fresh one for everything. So let's look up copper. So we don't have any copper plates, but we have some copper ingots. So let's try and make 3 of these and see what happens. 3 of them are made. Perfect. Okay, so then if we try and make copper wire, let's make 20 copper wire. We're missing a copper ingot, okay? We'll make 18 copper wire, and we can watch this on the CPU. We can watch it all go. It seems to be working. So next up, I'm going to teach it some other things, how to make the hammer, how to make the wire cutter, all that, but it appears to be working, which is awesome. Okay, so we're back and we're ready for another test here. So what I did is I taught it how to make the hammers and the wire cutters. So now I want to test it. Oh, I also made some more copper. So let's make 32 of these, and I want to see if we end up with it making a bunch of hammers and wire cutters. If it makes 2, that's fine, if it needs 2 of each, but if it's going to make 30 of each here, that's a problem. It looks like it's fine. It says 1 available. It says that's all I need, so it appears to be good. Yep, it's just reusing the 1 hammer. Okay, awesome. So next up, I'm gonna need to go and get some more quartz glass and all that sort of stuff. But next up, I'm gonna teach it all the stuff that we should be able to ask for annihilation and formation cores automatically. That's pretty much all crafting. If we look at the recipes here, annihilation. We need some logic processors, which I think it knows how to make. Steel plates. I'll just teach it how to press the steel plates. If it runs out of steel, that's my problem. And then let's look at the formation cores. Oh, and redstone also runs out of redstone for now. That's my issue. And formation core is the same thing with different circuits. So there's going to be some raw resources way down the line that it won't know how to make. It won't know how to make redstone, won't know how to make steel, diamonds, gold, whatever. But beyond that, it should be able to make them pretty reliably. So I'm going to get working on that. like I said, we're down to our last pattern, so I need to make more of those. Okay, I'm back. There's a whole mining trip and growing crystals, all that. But it's time to teach this thing some more patterns. And the first one I think I want to teach it is the pattern for patterns, because we're going to need a lot of those. So it'll also help us just keep track of what we're running low on, all that, when we make them. So let's put this in here. Also, I don't know if I've said this, but the way these ME interfaces work, because normally I make them panels, right? But here you want boxes, because each ME interface here has 3 crafters it can use to speed up crafting. You can speed up the crafters further with speed upgrades and they use more power. But this one, if it's crafting something big, if it's crafting a stack and a half, it'll craft half a stack there, half a stack there, half a stack there. So building these as a cube eventually is kind of what you want, although obviously you can't access the middle one. But anyway, so we're going to come back here. We're going to look for blank patterns. Let's make 10 of them, or 11. So we're missing 3 iron and a bunch of quartz glass. So let's make less than that. Let's make 3 of them. Still missing quartz glass. The next thing we're going to teach it is quartz glass, actually. So let's put these in here, and then let's look up quartz glass. Dope. Gonna run up, put that up there. It's not gonna know how to make glass. Things like that maybe we'll do later, maybe another episode, but where we teach it how to smelt stuff. Because I'm also not planning to teach it how to make iron either. I'm not too worried about that. Let's actually look at iron. Okay, we have a ton of iron. I'm probably gonna go wash some of that up. Yeah, I'll keep this washing while we're doing everything else. But now I'm just going to basically repeat that process up till the annihilation and formation cores, which are used in a whole ton of crafting. Okay, I'm back, and we've just taught the system a whole load of new recipes, or at least we've made them, we haven't placed them in. So we taught it how to make redstone wires, we taught it how to make steel plates, we taught it how to make the formation annihilation cores, then we taught it how to make an ME interface, then we taught it pistons, sticky pistons, slime balls, import and export buses. So it's really going to be in there. This is the value of an ME system, is that things just kind of accelerate now, and it really lowers the legwork on my part. So let's get put some of that in the. What did I'm gonna have to check the recording. I put an item and it went into the system, and I'll figure out what item I accidentally put away. So there we go. That's all of those. So now we can just head down here, right? And we can say, make me some interfaces. Yeah, make me 3 interfaces. And look, this huge crafting operation, and it just does it. It just starts working on it, and it's done. And that would have taken me 2 minutes to do, maybe. And it just did it like that. Let's make sure we have some export buses. Those can be important. And probably more importantly are import buses. So let's make 4 of those. And boom, it's just all going, and it's amazing. So that's pretty well set up. I'm gonna cut and figure out what I put away and decide where we want to go next with this. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a nice I right-clicked and that did all of them. I didn't know that behavior existed. Okay. We're going to make a nice furnace here, and we're going to use that for auto-crafting. So, what's this? Need a block of gold. Okay. So there's a gold furnace. Here's a diamond furnace. And what does an emerald furnace need? Oh, it needs an obsidian furnace. Okay, so is this the rainbow plating? Oh, this crafts into an obsidian furnace. I think that's fine. Which crafts into an emerald furnace. And that can craft into a crystal furnace, but weirdly enough, Fluix is like more awkward for me to make than anything else. So let's take a look at this furnace here. Okay. Let's grab some coal. Okay, 4 mini coal. And let's just grab some dust. I want to see how fast this guy goes. Soul dust, solium dust, 8 gold dust. Okay, so we're going to put in one of those 8 gold dust, see what we get. Okay, we get a single gold. It's probably fast enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out where we're going to put this. I think I want it in this general area. Let's make a line over here of like the sorts of machines that we're going to use. So we'll pull a line off of this. I'm going to need more Fluix cable, which the system doesn't know how to make yet, actually. Maybe I should teach it how to. Yeah, I'm going to teach the system how to make Fluix cable, and I'm also going to teach it how to make the mini coal, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and we're just ordering up some Fluix cables. There they are, 12 of them. So we're going to bring this line off of here, and we're going to do some processing over here. So the idea with this is we're going to, I guess, so the items need to come, okay, so on the right side here, we're going to put an import bus, or an export bus, sorry. We're going to put an export bus that's going to export the mini coal. I made it without ever touching it, okay. Oh, I need to teach it how to make the mini coal. Let's do that real quick, make some more patterns. Okay. So we'll teach it this recipe. Run upstairs, put that away. It looks like I need to get more glowstone dust, but luckily when I was mining for quartz, I got more glowstone anyway. So that shouldn't be an issue. We've already used up 2 of these whole ME interfaces. The whole row is used up. So we've already used up half the space, but we can just keep expanding that and make like a tower or something. Or a cube, something along those lines. So let's... Ooh, we're gonna want a crafting upgrade, right? Crafting module, what's it called? Add applied energistics, crafting card. Let's do this. Because we want this to keep it full, so we want it to craft up the coal when it needs it. So, on the side of this thing here, we're gonna export, okay, with crafting card mini coal. Let's craft a few of these. So, hopefully these work like regular furnaces, and that'll all end up in there. Good, good, good. So it's just gonna put mini coal in there, and it's gonna keep crafting up new batches to put in there, and it will keep that full at all times of mini coal. So then what we can do is we can come on top here with an ME interface. Let's grab one of those. We want one of these panel ones so that it's easier to deal with, I find. And then we can start making recipes here. And the output, we're actually gonna, so we have to output out of the bottom, right? Because it's a regular, it works like a regular furnace. How do I want to do this? I think we just want to do that. If that cable wasn't right where it is, then I would... Yeah, okay, let's run this down here. Let's get back up. Okay. And grab our pipe wrench. Set that to extract. So anything that comes out of here will go into this ender chest. Oops, I just tapped the mic. You guys probably heard that. So it's going to end up in this ender chest, which is the ender chest that goes into our system, but instead of putting it in through another ender chest, we're just putting it in through a pipe. So what we do now is we'll teach this recipes. So let's teach it a recipe and give it a go. Let's go downstairs and grab a load of sand. Eventually I'm going to want this wall here automatically putting stuff in the system, but for now it's fine. So we're going to tell this, you put a single piece of sand and you get a single piece of glass. And then we throw the patterns in. Boom. So now it knows that it can make glass with that thing. So if I ask for 100 glass, let's say, it knows how to make it. And it'll come over here and it'll start making it, which is great. Now, eventually it will run out of coal, but once again, easy fix. We have so much coal ore, we just run it through the pulverizer, restock up. So all these are, at some point, running into a raw resource problem if you follow the chain far enough down, which is why probably next episode is going to be speeding up and diversifying our mystical agriculture stuff. So that, because this is how we're going to get raw resources automatically. Otherwise, I have to find a way to get coal automatically, find a way to get Certus quartz automatically, find a way to get diamonds automatically, all that stuff. Or we can just grow it. And stuff like gold. And I guess we'd have to like set up some sort of pigment farm. But that's the general plan. Now, I might off camera add some stuff to those furnaces, but what I want to do next, and I'm going to grab the stuff to set up for it, is I want to set up making pure crystals automatically. So we're going to probably move this setup upstairs, and we're going to allow it to make pure crystals. We're going to teach it how to drop them, how to pick them up. I'm going to look into how I want to do all of that, but it should work out pretty well. We'll also, if we do that, we'll probably want to make another crafting processor, because it will take a long time. It'll take the system like 2 or 3 minutes to make the pure crystals, and during that time, the crafting processor will be in use. So we will have to give it a second one. So we're going to have to make another one of these, which also means probably teaching it how to make 4K or 16K storage cards or whatever. So I'm going to be back when I'm ready to start getting to work on this. Okay, I'm back and ready to do a little work here. So I moved these up here. I moved the crystal growth accelerators up here. I also made a pulverizer. The item pipe is attached to the bottom of the pulverizer now, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's grab another interface and get to work on this pulverizer. So we're going to attach it here, and we're going to head into the configuration and tell it that you get item input from the right. So it knows it's going to get items from the right. What I think we'll have it do first is we'll teach it that if you put in a Certus quartz crystal, you'll get Certus quartz dust. I think you'll get 2 Certus quartz dust. So let's encode that pattern, put it in here, and test that out real quick. So we go here, we ask for 2 Certus quartz dust. Why did it not? No crafting CPUs are available. So our crafting is, oh, it's stuck on the glass. Are we out of coal? I see the problem. Okay, let's cancel this. So what happened here is now you see I stopped that immediately, started working. It needs a crafting CPU to craft this coal to craft the sand. So that's where it ran into an issue. So that's why we need multiple crafting CPUs to avoid that kind of thing. Anyway, we can craft up this Certus dust. And it should toss it in here, pulverize it up, and then it will pull it out. Then what we need to do is we need a dropper, right? Is a dropper my best bet, or does a chute work? Let me test something with a chute. Let's grab a hopper. Golden hopper, why not? Why not? Okay, so what I want to know is if I input items into a chute, then just what can I input them with like a hopper and then they just drop on the ground? So the golden one doesn't have an internal inventory. Okay, so it just does end up on the ground. Perfect. Okay, so that should work. So we're gonna put a hopper, or we're gonna put a chute there. Anything that goes in the chute will end up in the water below. Then what we want to do is build a vacuumulator. So let's look into that. No, vacuumulator over here. Cool, we have everything we need. So vacuumulator. Now, the vacuumulator, it doesn't need power. It's redstone. It'll be enabled on low. And then we need a filter or a whitelist or something. Item filter from thermal series needs signalum and tin. Hopefully we have signalum. Oh, tin is the issue. Awesome. Okay. That's a way easier fix. Okay. So, item filter. And we're going to put this in here. And we can tell this now, right? Right. There's an allow list. So what it's going to be able to pick up are any of the pure crystals. So let's grab one of each. And it's also going to be able to grab fluix, which we don't have. So that's fine right now. So we'll head in here. And we'll say you can pick that up, you can pick that up, you can pick that up, and we are going to pipe wrench this and withdraw from there. So if I drop these on the ground, they will get vacuumulated. And it should reach here. I think that's close enough that it's fine. So we're going to need another ME interface. Let's see if we have any. We have one more. Good, good, good. And we're going to tell this ME interface that if you want a pure Certus crystal, you can drop Certus dust in there. So pure Certus. If you drop Certus dust. Okay, there's our pattern. And we put this in here, and it's going to take a while. That's the issue with this. So next up, we're going to need to build more crafting processors. But we can now ask it to craft me. The good thing is it doesn't matter how many I ask for. It'll take the same amount of time. Oh, I picked it up. Oof. Okay. So it's in there now. Oh wait, no, I need to fix that. I made that wrong. I made it wrong. Let's grab that, and I need to make it seeds. I did that wrong. Okay. So to wipe this, I believe we just put it in here on an empty one. No? How do I wipe these? Shift right click? Shift right click. Okay. Put this back in here, and we'll ask for another blank pattern. There's no crafting CPU available. Right. Okay. So we need to teach you how to make seeds. Okay, we'll teach it that. And then we'll teach it that the seeds make the crystals. And then I'm going to teach it how to make the 4K processors or whatever. 4K storage cells. Maybe I'll go up to 16K and 4K crafting units. So we can now ask for some of those. Let's ask for 4 of these. Okay. And we can tell it, you put in 1 Certus seed and you get 1 Certus crystal. And then we put that in here. Then let's test this out. So craft me 4 of these. And they should all drop in the water there and it should get going. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to head off camera and teach it all the recipes it needs to make the 4K crafting components. Then maybe we'll teach it the 16K, the crafting processor, co-processor, all that on camera. Okay, so a couple updates here. This doesn't seem to be working. So let me grab all these seeds, right? If I drop these seeds here, they end up over here. I tried moving it up and that didn't really fix it. So I'm just gonna drop them in manually for now. But the other issue we had, and I want to test this a little further actually, is we're already running out of power up here. We're already out of power. So I had to unplug a couple of the growth accelerators. This is now charged back up. We're starting to get charged there. Let's try plugging in 1 more of them. They always suck power. So let's see. Yeah, so now it's draining the system. So we can only have 2 of these plugged in at the moment. We'll have to fix that later. We'll have to find some other power source. But for now, we can just have the 2. So I'm going to put that on the sidelines. We're going to end up going with a dropper here. And it's going to need some sort of timer, I believe. Clock. Redstone clock from Cyclic. Okay, we can do that. So we're going to need some sort of clock here. And we can actually just do this right now. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, I think that's facing down. I'm not sure. Let's test it. Okay, so we're gonna grab this stuff, put it in here, attach this to it. Delay, duration. Okay, so it's pulsing. It's not dropping. Does it have to go next to it? Oh, it's the other way around. I got it. Okay. So I'm going to sort this out and then I'll be back. Okay, this seems to be working now. So I put the dropper on the side of the block instead of above, and that's working. I tried a dropper, I tried a chute, I tried a dispenser. Well, none of it was working, dropping from the top down. So we're inserting from the side. I had to cover the top so that things didn't pop out the top. Hopefully this will now work. So next up is these crafting components. So, excuse me. So 1K ME storage component. We need more patterns too. Right, glowstone dust. I think I was grinding some of that up. I think. No, I have it in my inventory. So let's get that ground up real quick. Where are you? Time in a bottle. Get that done real quick. We'll just take 24 and run with it. Should be fine. So what we're gonna do here is make these. Did I not put away my dust? There it is. Okay. One less. Fair enough. No crafting CPUs are available. We can cancel that job. Okay. So, there's our blink patterns. Put them in here. So this is how it makes a 1K storage component. Then we'll teach it how to make a 4K storage component. We'll teach it how to make a crafting processor, crafting unit, crafting coprocessor, 4K crafter. We'll also teach it storage. So we'll teach it how to make storage housing. Did I? Yeah, I used the crafting unit recipe. Good. So we'll teach it this. And then we'll run upstairs, put all these in, and we'll see what it needs. I don't expect that I can just ask for these things, but we'll see. So let's fill this up. And let's go try and make some 4K crafting units and see how that goes. So 4K crafting storage. Yeah, let's do 2 of them. We're missing iron ingots. Okay, that's easy enough to fix. I think I should just have iron sitting downstairs. Let's go take a look. There should just be iron nuggets in here. Oh yeah, there's loads. Okay. Let's drop them all in this inventory here. Some low on space. Okay. Come on. There we go. And another batch. Leave that there, and we're all set for iron ingots now. So we should now be able to ask for it. I think that was everything. So let's give it a go. 4K crafting. We're gonna ask for 2 of these, and let's watch it work. So it's crafting 4 pure certus. That could be an issue. So that in particular is going to be really slow. The good news is we already had some in there going, so it should be done sooner or later. But it's still going to be a little bit. So I think I'll just take a break and come back when it's done with that, and hopefully in a couple minutes it's ready. So I thought I'd show you guys this. While we are waiting for that craft, I sped up the redstone clock, and you'll hear it is painful. It's so bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some bone blocks here, and we're going to craft up a little soundproofing, hopefully, for soundproofing. So we can put this soundproofing down. I'm going to put it down outside, and hopefully it makes that dropper a lot less loud. So let's go place this stuff down and see how much of an improvement this makes. I think I got pushed by the windmill there, so why can't I get under there? Okay. Awesome. Oh, I stole a Certus quartz seed. Oopsie daisy. Let's try and grab as many as... Okay. I'll head back in now. Take a little elevator ride on that. I'll grab the rest, put them back in. I've had to do this a little. My pickaxe can really mess with stuff, but... Okay, I have all of them. So, just drop these in there, and that's way more bearable now. I would not want to hear that thing going at all times while I'm over here doing my crafting. So, those look to be about 30% done. It looks like we still got a little while. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and those crystals are just finishing up. And then after this, we're going to have to make the coprocessors. So let's do that. Wrong place to be searching. Crafting coprocessor. We're going to want 2 of those, for which we need 2 pure fluix crystal. Let's actually teach the system fluix. So for Fluix, it needs a nether quartz. Needs another quartz. Charged. No, okay. It needs charged Certus, so I'll go charge some Certus. Eventually I will teach it charge Certus, but I'm not super interested in that right now. It's kind of annoying. It would need deployers? Like, I don't know. Because it needs to right click on it. Actually, you know what? It probably doesn't need a right click on it. It probably... Yeah, it would need some way to do filtered output, though. It would need a whitelist on whatever's withdrawing the items. So let's make these anyway. 6 of them should be good. And then I'll teach this recipe. So it's gonna learn that and Fluix is... Let me look at the recipe. No, I want this. Right. Certus quartz, nether quartz, 1 redstone. Okay, I just want to make sure there's only 1 redstone. It's been a while. Okay, let me grab one of each of those. Make some myself. Okay, I'm gonna head down here, and we have a little bit of water here to do this with. So, okay. And we get 2 Fluix out of that. Perfect. So now we can teach it this, and I'll teach it how to grind the stuff up off camera and how to make the pure version off camera. But for now, this is pretty good. So it has to put this stuff in here and we'll get Fluix. So let's ask for 10 more Fluix. Oh, I also have to tell the accumulator to pick up Fluix. Perfect. Now we're good to go. So make me 10 Fluix. And it should just work, right? It should be a really quick process. So this is crafting 10 of them. What's going on over here? It says it's dropped everything. Maybe it's done already. Let's take a look. Yep, it's done, and we have all of the Fluix. So I'm gonna go make some pure Fluix crystals. We'll get that all sorted out next. Okay, I'm back again, and we're ready to make these coprocessors. Debate, how long would it take me to make some more 4Ks? So if I take these and I want to make 2 more. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, okay, we won't worry about that for now. Let's grab the craft show me like everything in the system. Okay, so let's grab these and let's head downstairs and add these on. So these are going to be small units compared to the one we have. I always forget that doesn't work. These are going to be small units compared to what we have, but that's kind of the point. They're just little side processors, and hopefully it's smart about figuring out which one to use. So, oh, actually, it's the same size. Okay, it's the same size as what we have, so that's fine. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Oh, what? Go away. We also need... Where's our scuba tanks repairing? Okay, well, our time down here is limited. So let's just... if that fish attacks me one more time, I'll make him regret it. I have very limited time, and I don't want to spend it fighting a fish. Okay, so... we'll run these over here, and then put that there. Okay, So now we have 3 processors of the same size as that one that we had before. And now our thing can do 3 crafting operations and six tasks at a time. I'm going to teach it a few more things, then hopefully I can show some run of breaking it in, or maybe we'll make a main crafting processor. So let's see about that. So quick update, we're always low on Certus quartz, so I'm making 4 more seeds. So we'll have 5 seeds total.